Well, today I'm not in New York right now, but I've been there and I've tried a lot of their pizza slices right across the city, and I'll be checking out Sydney's ones to see if they live up to the actual New York experience. Alright, so if you've ever been to New York, you would know that they are king of pizza by the slice. And yes, there's some really good places in Italy and things like that, but New York really does do it the best. And the way they eat pizza over there is it's obviously more of a lunchtime option as well, so you can walk along the street, you can grab a pizza by the slice, and the way they do their dough, their pizzas, everything is phenomenal. So today we're going to be checking out 3 places in Sydney. And recently in Sydney there's been a bit of an opening of a lot of new stores and a lot of new pizza by the slice places. So today we're going to be checking out AP Pizza in Darlinghurst. We're checking out City Ultra just under the Central Station in the city there, and also checking out Epic Pizza in Enmore to see if they stack up to this New York experience. So just looking at their way of making their pizzas just now. So the way they do it is essentially they pre-cook the bases. So Sarah's just putting it onto the rack now. That will allow it to cool down. And then they'll cut that to order. And then when someone orders a slice, they'll put the slice back in. And again, it gets a double cook underneath the pizza. So it makes it a lot crispier when you're getting it as a takeaway sort of slice. Helps that sort of bottom undercarriage hold up and make it a lot crispier. So I've just put up here in a side street. This is how you're meant to eat pizza by the slice, right? It's meant to be taken away, and then obviously you walk and you eat it. That's what the whole convenience around pizza by the slice is, right? And selling all, especially in New York. In New York, you walk along the street, you grab a pizza by the slice, you have a quick slice, and you continue on walking. So let's have a look at this one. Inside that place was actually pretty cool. I reckon the fit out they've done is really on point, on brand for New York. You've got like a lot of reds and a lot of whites and those types of colors, and even the fonts and the way they've done the branding, it's bang on New York. So it's really good. They've even got some checkered, New York's big on like checkered flooring as well, so they've got some checkered flooring on the steps as you walk in. So I'd say that's actually done a really good job when it comes to the fit out of the place and making it like a New York style feel, right? These guys, AP, actually are pretty famous in Sydney for a bakery as well, so they do really good bread, really good pastries. So I'm keen to try this, right? So very crispy. That's very good. Undercarriage is nice and dark, but not overly cooked or burnt. Very thin as well, so it's a very thin slice. On top of it, I just got the margarita. So what I'm going to do today is just get like the margarita, so they're classic slices across the places that we're trying, just because it's a really good way to evaluate each store, right? How well they do their basic margarita slice. So this one's got some stracciatella on it, and then it's got some shaved, I would say, Parmesan across it, which is very common in New York as well. So let's try it. Let's see how it is, huh? Very crispy. Wow, that was very good. You can't beat stracciatella and tomato, right? But so very crispy, nicely seasoned. The pastry is quite salty, which is good. If you see the end there, just into the crust, you can see the actual fermentation of the dough. You can see a lot of nice big air bubbles across it, which is really good sign. It means that they've proved their dough for a long time, and they've gotten enough growth in the dough. So when you eat a pizza like this that's been proofed for so long, it actually feels lighter in your stomach. So you're not eating something that's going to sit in your stomach and make you heavy and soggy. And if you eat a bad pizza, you usually get that feeling in your stomach that you're bloated or you're full. When you've got pastry that's been proved for a long time, you don't get that. So it's a really clean, crisp sort of pizza. That's good. That's very good. That's very close to a New York style pizza. So let's go and try some others. So one of the reasons why I love pizza by the slice is when I went to New York, I actually fell in love with it, right? Because it was like, wow, no one is actually doing pizza like this, what I thought back in Australia. So What I ended up doing is coming back from New York on a couple of those trips, and I actually designed and opened my own Pizza by Slice place. So there's still one open in Sydney at the moment. It's called Epic Pizza. So that's the one we are going to be visiting, probably the third store. So we're going to check that out too. I'll show you guys what that looks like and a little bit of the story behind that as well. But for the next one, we're going to move on to checking out City Ultra now. So we'll head into the city just under Central Station, and let's see what their slices are all about. Alright, so we just got back from City Ultra. Actually interesting location. They're underneath the train station there in Central Station. So it's actually quite good because you do get a lot of foot traffic going in from the train and obviously off the train. So it's a captured market there. So it's actually a really cool, interesting location. Their branding, again, it is very sort of neon lights and things like that. So it's got elements of New York, and there's a cool bar. So they're a bit more of a dine-in place and a cocktail bar versus the last place that we're at, like AP, which is more traditional sort of takeaway pizza by the slice, right? These guys choose to use the box for a takeaway pizza. We ended up getting two different sorts. So they got like a traditional style pizza there, which is the nice round pizza by the slice, but they've also got the square pizza, and that's probably a bit more like a Detroit style or a deep dish style pizza. So we've got the potato one in that, and we've got the margarita one, which has a little bit again of stracciatella or buffalo mozzarella on it. A little bit smaller slice than the AP pizza slice. AP pizza actually uses the classic sort of New York style white paper plate as well. So when you're in New York and you grab a slice, they always put it on a nice sort of takeaway paper plate, right? So New York theme, AP Bakery's doing a little bit better. Again, nice and crispy, good bottom, not overly burnt. Is quite thin, maybe not as thin as the AP Bakery one. So straight away, I think this is not, they don't use like a classic traditional like tomato sauce, right? Usually what they do in like New York is they'll just use really good tomatoes, some basil, and that's simply all they use in their sauce, right? Maybe a little bit of salt. This tastes like it's got a little bit of sugar and things like that in it, so it's a little bit sweeter. Which is still nice, but also tastes like it's been sitting there a little longer. If you look at the crust as well doesn't have as much air bubbles, so it doesn't look like they've proved it as long as what, say, like AP Bakery has, but it's still a really good slice, still really tasty. Now this one's square pizza. This one's proved a lot more, so you can see there's a lot more life in that. Usually they sort of pre-cook it, then they top it, then they re-cook it again, so it's like a double cook with a square pizza, just because the pizza dough is so thick, right? So they need to obviously make sure the whole pizza dough gets cooked. Yeah, wow, that's really good. It's got potato, rosemary, ricotta. Beautiful pizza. That's a really nice pizza. All right, beautiful. 2 stores down. Let's go to the next one. All right, we're here now at the third place that we're checking out today, and that's Epic Pizza, which is in Enmore here. Corner location. Very, very classic New York style features to the building as well, to the concept. I'll tell you a little story about Epic as well, which is makes it a little bit more closer to my heart anyway. But let's look at the pizza. So again, we went for the Napolitana, a little bit of stracciatella, just classic tomato, and this is another one they call a Sicilian. So this has actually got like a vodka sauce underneath, looks like some spinach and cherry tomatoes. Also done the old chili flakes, so they have chili flakes there that you can grab, which is very, very New York. So in New York, you always have chili flakes, so you have more parmesan that you can shake over the pizza. These pizzas are a lot bigger. They're a lot bigger than the other two. So, and I think these are a 22-inch pizza. So the other ones I think were about a 20 or maybe even 18-inch pizza was ultra. So this is a lot bigger pizza. A little bit bigger crust. Again, really good proving, really good, nice air bubbles. You can see it's been proved quite well. Very good undercarriage, nice and crispy, not burnt at all. Let's try this. The pizza sauce actually looks quite dark, so it looks a little bit more concentrated than the other sauce as well. Very intense tomato. And cheese as well. Very good quality ingredients. Like the cheese is awesome, the tomatoes is really good, the chili flakes is really cool. It gives it a nice little kick. From a cost perspective, these are sitting around sort of $9 to $10. The City Ultra was about $7 or $8 a slice, and then the first store AP pizza was sitting at about $13 a slice. That's a little bit more expensive. These are actually a lot bigger as well. Overall, beautiful. Really good pizza, really crispy. Again, they cook them twice, so they do like a first cook, they cool them down, they cut them up into slices, and they reheat them back in the stone bottom. All of those places and all these pizza slice joints do that exact same method. And that's a very good way of doing it because it allows you to be able to get a second cook on the bottom and allows it to be a lot more crispier when you're actually serving a slice. Little story about Epic Pizza. So Epic Pizza is actually, I designed Epic Pizza, I set this store up, I've done the concept, actually come off the back of me going to a trip to New York and then coming back and going, wow, how good is Pizza by the Slice in New York, right? So that really inspired me to actually open up the store. So Epic Pizza was mine. I've since sold it, don't have anything to do with it anymore, but obviously I'm a little bit biased when it comes to trying this one, right? Because I actually created this Pizza by the Slice. So overall, another really good option. I'll let you know that at the end what I'm thinking in regards to all of them today and which one I feel is the better option. But I've got a bit of chili in my throat. Overall, really good slice of pizza. All right, we're at the fourth and final pizza shop for today because I tell you what, I've been eating so many slices that I'm starting to feel really full. But this one is called MMC Slice Shop, and this is in Marrickville, so it's just around the corner from Enmore. They have really good looking pizza. Actually, this is so we got a salami one. They didn't have a traditional sort of margarita or by the slice, like a round version. So they do have like a square version. So they got round slices and they've also got the square slices as well. So inside that place, the fit out is probably the best one out of all we've seen today. That's very New York. So you got your booth seating, you got a lot of photos images on the wall of like sporting memorabilia. You got pretty cool merch in there. You got cool music playing. So from a fit out perspective and a brand, I think that's very on point. MMC Slice Place is very on point from that side of things. So from a pizza side, let's have a look. Again, very crispy. Nice undercarriage, not burnt. I tell you what, from today, what I've recognised is like the level of Pizza by the Slice in Sydney is on another level all of a sudden at the moment. So there has been a lot of new shops and Pizza by the Slice shops opening, and what it's done is it's made everyone lift their game. So, good on them. All the places today that we've visited have been really good, and I can't say a real bad word about it, right? There's obviously one that's probably slightly better than the rest and things like that, but overall, they're doing an amazing job. Like, really good pizza. So yeah, let's try this one. This has actually got some pepperoni on it. So wow, again, really nice. Again, the dough really crispy. Looks a little, again, nice, some nice proving sort of air bubbles in the side there. Tasty, crispy. The sauce was really intense, tomatoey. Very, very hard to pick a winner from all the places that we've looked at today, but I'm going to have to pick one because I think that's the right thing to do, right? It can't all be good, right? Even though they are all of a good standard, there's obviously one that I feel is probably going to be the winner of today. Let's try this one. So this one is the square pizza, more of a deep dish, sort of Detroit style. Wow, again, very crispy, very tasty. The cheese is awesome. Everyone today, all their cheese, their quality has been bang on. So you can't knock them on any of their quality. They're all doing really well, good quality pizza. And all their dough, you can tell they're doing it the right process. So they're allowing it to prove, and they're doing all the right methods when it comes to making their dough. You can tell that. It's not heavy on your stomach. They're very, very crispy, very, very light. But very good. So if I had to make a decision on who I thought was the best pizza, well, Epic Pizza is obviously close to me, and I feel up there one of the best in Sydney. But from today, AP Pizza I think is definitely probably going to come out on top, just because their pastry was a little bit better, their crispiness was a little bit better, the cheese was really nice. From a location standpoint, it's actually really good too. It's a corner location, a busy street in Darlinghurst. This MMC slice, fit out wins hands down. Pizza's probably coming in, I'd say third. I reckon Epic Pizza will be second, and then City Ultra I would say would be the fourth one out of the top, all the four places that we've seen today. All good options though. I can't say one's bad. I just feel that AP Pizza is that slightly next level, and I think maybe that comes through because obviously they own bakeries. They've been in the bread game for years, and they've got their recipes down pat. But all of them, I've got to say, are really good options. So get out there, try your pizza by the slice in Sydney. Is it as good as New York? I don't think so. I think New York again has it another level atop of us for that pizza by the slice experience. It's obviously where it was born, and it's where they specialize in it, right? And that's where they do it their best. So, and one of the key components to that is they do say that the New York pizza and the New York bagels and pastries are always so good because of the water over there. So you can't replicate the water over here, or you probably can, but that's probably one of the key ingredients to why they do it so well and why their pastries and their dough is so good. But still think New York pizza by the slice beats Sydney. But get out there and try these slice places. They are phenomenal. And if you can ever get to New York and witness the full and the whole experience of the way they do it, it's definitely worth it. See you in the next one. Like, subscribe.